Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into a really powerful cautionary tale about genetic engineering. It's a story that kicks off with some incredible, world-changing promises, but ends in total, absolute peril.
So the source material just drops you right in with this really powerful, kind of ominous warning. It sets the stage for a seriously dramatic story. I mean, a line like that immediately makes you wonder, right? What exactly are these demons, and what cave are they coming out of? But, the story doesn't actually start with demons. It starts with miracles. It starts with the unbelievable potential of this technology. Before we get to the warning, we first have to understand the promise. This vision of a future that seemed almost magical.
Just think about what scientists were promising. A future free from our most stubborn problems. Imagine a single shot to change your skin color, just like that. Or one little pill to reverse baldness. But the promise was so much bigger than that. We're talking about cures for the plagues of our time, cancer, AIDS, Alzheimer's, even solving world hunger. It was this vision of a perfected world.
And this brings up a huge question, doesn't it? When you're faced with the chance to end so much human suffering, how could you possibly see the disaster that might be coming right behind it? It's that exact question that really sets up the tragic turn this story is about to take.
And then, the whole narrative shifts. The first little signs start to appear, showing that something has gone horribly, horribly wrong. The dream starts to curdle into a nightmare, just one small, bizarre incident at a time. So first, we start hearing these reports about harmless animals transforming into these monstrous threats. Chickens, genetically tweaked for some reason, start mutating into giant eagles that just fill the skies. It's this completely bizarre and terrifying twist on nature.
Then whole ecosystems start to just collapse. A river gets completely choked with mutated poisoned fish. And that's a sign that this genetic contamination isn't a one-off thing. No, it's spreading through the environment, turning sources of life into sources of death.
And then the horror hits home. Even our closest companions, our dogs, become unrecognizable. Their genetics are altered and they turn feral, dangerous, hunting in packs right in the same neighborhoods where they used to be family pets.
The horror just keeps escalating, moving from animals on the ground to the very air we breathe. Blood-red flakes start falling from the sky. It's not snow. It's a bioaerosol, a genetically engineered poison, carried on the wind, spreading toxins over a whole city in just a few hours. There's just no escaping it.
Okay, so these isolated incidents, they were just the beginning. They were the prelude to a world that's becoming completely overwhelmed by this out-of-control biological chaos. The demons weren't just out of the cave. They were literally reshaping the entire planet.
And here you can really see the awful contrast. The promise of curing disease, it becomes a reality where people are no longer people. The solution for hunger, it turns into a world where nature itself has become a weapon. That amazing vision of a better world is replaced by one that is just utterly unrecognizable. It's a total nightmare reversal.
Then comes the final cataclysm. A single engineered plant, maybe something designed to grow super fast to solve that famine problem, well, it never stops growing. A monstrous vine just consumes everything in its path, roads, mountains, skyscrapers, entire cities, burying civilization under this relentless green tide.
This quote, wow, it just perfectly captures the complete breakdown of the natural order. In this new world, the basic definitions of life and death, of what's human and what's not, they're just gone. It's a state of total chaos where nothing is what it seems anymore.
So, how did we get here? How did all that promise lead to a literal apocalypse? Well, the core argument is that we opened something we couldn't understand, and more importantly, something we had no way to control. The text describes genetic engineering as a black box. Think about it like a puzzle box that you only know how to open. You have no idea what's really inside, how it all works, or what's going to happen when you let it out. And here's the real kicker. Once it's open, there's no closing it again. It's a done deal, an irreversible act with just infinite, unknowable results.
So, faced with this irreversible catastrophe, this opened black box, the source offers a really stark and uncompromising conclusion. It doesn't even bother suggesting fixes or solutions. It proposes a complete and total stop. The argument is basically that the risk of wiping everything out is so much greater than any potential benefit. The only way to stop the 10,000 demons from ever coming out is to just never opened the cave to begin with. The call is for an immediate, indefinite halt to all of it.
And this leaves us with a massive ethical problem, right? If a technology has the power to save millions, but also the power to destroy absolutely everything, who gets to make that call? Who has the right to roll the dice for every single living thing on planet Earth?
The final message here is a plea for extreme, extreme caution. It argues that when the stakes are this high, patience isn't just a good idea. It's a survival strategy for our entire species. Because a catastrophe that can never, ever be undone, well, that's a risk that should never be taken.